Why would anybody listen to relationship advice from a counselor, a couples counselor who got divorced? And why would anybody listen to a flight attendant give love, guidance, and counsel when she serves Cokes and chicken or beef? These are questions I've asked myself many, many times, but I have learned a lot in the couple of decades that I have been both. And I wanted to talk about this stuff because I thought I'm doing this work, helping couples heal their marriages or helping individuals who are struggling with family of origin stuff or past drama and trauma that they are having a hard time letting go of. And I struggled in my own marriage, even though I know a lot of stuff. And so I thought if I struggled, there must be hundreds, thousands, possibly millions of other people that struggle in their relationships, whether it's an intimate partnership or their family of origin or any kind of struggles, trauma that have happened along their life. And so I wanted to normalize our struggles because for a long time I carried around my own sense of guilt and shame, like I know better, I should know better, I know a lot of tricks and tips and techniques on how to create amazing, deep and meaningful, intimate relationships. And yet, in my own marriage, I felt like a complete failure. Really, I felt like a failure. And thought, I failed. I failed in my marriage. I failed being a good example for my kids. I failed living up to my own parents who, they didn't have expectations. Of course, they wanted me to be happy, but they've been married almost 60 years, and I decided to call it quits after 27 years of marriage because I felt like we had grown miles apart. We had done our own work as a couple, and I continued to do my own individual work, but I didn't feel like my partner was willing to put in the same time, energy, and effort both for himself, creating his own sense of happiness and peace and joy and fulfillment, as well as putting in the time, energy, and effort to our partnership and to our marriage. I felt like he said a lot of great things, but it rarely showed up in his actions. And so I wanted to start this journey, and I've been talking about this actually for a couple of years now, since I got divorced 3.5 years ago. But I don't know where this is going. I have no idea where this is going. I just know that there are a lot of people hurting out there. I've talked to so many people, both in my private practice and on the airplane, whether it's a colleague or a passenger. I think we call it jump seat therapy. I'm sure you can relate if you've ever been on an airplane and you don't know the person next to you, but you end up telling them a lot of your life story. And you open up and you're vulnerable and you share, what's bothering you, perhaps because you think that you'll never see the person again, or I don't know, because that's just what you do at 35,000 feet. You don't know, what's going to happen on the other side. A lot of things can happen, but we share. So I've spent many, many years talking to all different kinds of people all over the world, all gender, sexual orientation, cultures, religions, political viewpoints, all different and unique. And yet we all have the same desire to feel loved and cared for and valued and important in our community, in our partnership, in our families, in our businesses. And there are a lot of people who are struggling out there. So that's why I want to talk about it. That's why I wanted to bring it to the forefront to help all people, including myself, become more conscious and conscientious in creating something deep and meaningful and beautiful, because we all have a longing for connection. So this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. This is what I hope to continue to share and to help shift our definition of not the fantasy romanticized version of love, but what is real love, so that everyone can wake up to real love every day.